Breaking news tonight, the truck found abandoned alone, the Ford truck that Matthew owned, but Austin Drummond, he is gone. And now there's a second vehicle. No one seems to be able to explain. We're going to get into that. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the full-scale manhunt of Austin Robert Drummond, a convicted felon wanted for the brutal murders of 4 family members in Tiptonville, Tennessee. And the baby that was left behind, the TBI and the Jackson police, along with the U.S. Marshals, are all searching for him. But is there anyone helping him? We're going to get to all of that and the very latest on the other side of this.
Together through the storm and darkest weather, we search high, we search low, together everywhere we go. Justin's here and he's going live with the best fans by my side. Strong, together we can right the wrong. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars.
Welcome to the family.
Every share, we send hope and show we care. We shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heart, we are one in this community. Stopping, pearls around the world just popping. With each view We send hope and show we care. We clutch them pearls, we shine like stars, searching wide, spreading love afar. Every stream, every heart felt free. We are one in this community. Day and night, girls will light and lead the way. Justice heart and your support. Together we will hold the fort. Pearls around the world just popping. With each view and every share, we send hope and show we care.
Click play and come along with me. Together with the truth you see. God our soul. The search for facts is always new. In this place we keep it real. Classy vibes and joyful zeal. Join the journey, it's just begun. We shine brighter than the sun. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. Defending truth is what we do. So hit subscribe and join the crew. With every search we pave the way. Together we will save the day. With every laugh we lift our hearts. In the search we all take part. Thank you all for standing strong. Together we belong. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear. Hit the like and share the vibe. Clutch those pearls, let's take the ride. Comments here and spread the cheer. Members make the truth so clear.
Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. I know your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is August 2nd, 2025. It is currently 5:19 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Bonjour. I hope my volume is working now. Please, Lord. I got my microphone back, uh, my good microphone, and I had to get a little piece for it, and it came in the mail yesterday. I didn't know it came in yesterday, but it came in yesterday. So hopefully everything is great now. Perfect. Thank you. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you all joining me. We have a lot to talk about today. There is Austin Drummond manhunt going on, and boy, is it crazy. There is more layers added to this story that we're going to be talking about. Get ready, folks. Batten down the hatches, so they say. Um, Good to see you all. Thank you so much. All kinds of stuff coming out all the time. And there was some rumors that it seems like might actually be true. And that is that Caitlin Speed may be pregnant. And I'll show you why I think that. And this mystery vehicle. Yeah. So we found the truck today. They found the truck, right? The Ford truck is found. Also, I want to know something. I've got a question for you guys, and I want to hear your thoughts on it. There is this famous picture of the red Ford truck out there. That was Matthew's. But I wanted you to look at something, and I want to know your opinion on it. But guys, do me a favor first. Please, please, please hit that thumbs up button. Would greatly, greatly appreciate it. If you have not subscribed yet, I would really appreciate that too. I'm Justin. I do true crime, news, all of that. We would love for you to sub up and hit that notification bell. So every time I go live, you won't miss a thing or a video or whatever I post. So would really appreciate that. And we have the world's most amazing mods, the most amazing pearls in chat here. And I'm sure you would agree. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate that. Thank you so much, Sealed Evidence. Really do appreciate you, my dear, for becoming a member, renewing the membership. Really do appreciate that. And Lacey, thank you. Wow, you are 15 months, girl. You're doing a fantastic job. And much appreciated. Thank you, Miss Lacey. Really do appreciate you. It's only because of you guys. Thank you so much for your support. I really, really do appreciate you, honey. And Discom, it's good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. Really do appreciate that, my friend. Good to see you. And we got Angel. Sound is great. I love the Greg for your research. Thank you so much, Angel. And that is very much because of you, because the sound is great, my dear. Thank you so much, Miss Angel. You are so precious. Okay. All right. So we're going to get right into it. Oh, hey, Carol. Good to see you, love. You are on your year. Cute little picture. Is that your grandbaby? It's so cute. Appreciate ya. Oh, hey, Hobo. Thank you, darling. Really do appreciate you so very much. Thank you, Ann Elizabeth. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. If you received one of those pearl necklaces, make sure you thank our sweet Hobo. Really do appreciate you, my dear. You guys are so, so kind. Hey, Daphne, good to see you. YouTuber, everyone, good to see you all. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're gonna get into this. Guys, I do have a live that I will be scheduling after this. We're going to be talking about Jack and Lily tonight, and maybe even Travis Decker if I have enough time. So we're going to hopefully get into those later as well. There's some things coming out about Mr. Decker himself as well. All right, so I got some questions. Sometimes y'all have the answers, but the truck has been found. I'm going to show you the video and all of that on here, right? But this is the picture and of said individual, allegedly Austin, in this vehicle. And the way that it's angled, though, I got a question. Is someone in the truck with him? What do you guys think? Is someone right here? You know, you can't see really good because, I mean, it's really dark around here. And this is, you know, Travis. It looks, I don't know. I really don't know. But I will say, I do not think Austin did this alone. And when I say I don't think he did this alone, what I mean by that is I think there was someone that may have asked him, or something to do with the family, his supposedly now ex, which we know that they were dating. Did I say Travis? I thought I said Austin. I said Travis earlier, but maybe I did say Travis earlier. I don't know. But Austin, I think his supposedly now ex, they were in Tennessee, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, 5 days before the murder, together. I got some pictures I'm going to show you guys as well. It looks like there's someone in the passenger. You know, I wish it was more clear. So the truck was closer to the crime scene. We'll get to all of that in just a little bit. I'm just wondering, what the hell was he thinking after he committed these heinous murders? And this also, in my opinion, look at the headrest on the driver's seat. I see that. But you see, this is taller. This is taller, in my opinion. But what I was going to say is, this, in my opinion, tells me that I don't believe he dropped off the baby. I feel like it was someone else, in my opinion. May not have been, may have been him. And that's just my opinion right now. Sliding windows. Yeah, the back of those trucks, my uncle used to have one when I was a kid, and I'd sit in the middle, and the window was open in the back here. You know what I mean? And we would load hay. Sometimes we'd be in the back of the truck or something like that. Uncle, stop. You know, slow down. That kind of thing. Someone is probably helping him hide out, in my opinion. Yes. I think it's very, very possible. Now, last night, everybody and the mama was thinking that Austin was everywhere. And it's really good that everyone is looking out, right? Being vigilant on their surroundings, as we all should be. So yeah. Oh, thank you, Miss Maria. Thank you, Diane. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Good to see you, Miss Maria. Thank you, my dear. Cajun lady, thank you, honey. Happy birthday to you. All the blessings. Wishing you an amazing year, health and happiness and everything that's good. Good to see you, my dear. Thank you so much. And Lady for Justice, thank you, my dear. Good to see you. Appreciate you. Why is he staying in the area? Well, we don't know. We actually do not know if Travis Decker is shit, I just said Travis Decker because I read that comment a minute ago. Austin is in the area. They think that he might be in that area, but they don't know. They don't know. I don't think he's still in Tennessee. Well, might not be. And what I will say is there's a good possibility that he's not, because he ran before. And when he ran before, what happened? He was found in Florida. We're going to get to that momentarily as well. How about the other car they got either yesterday or today? So yesterday they towed the Audi, and that, that was found. Let me pull this up. This is what we'll do. Okay. So they got the truck. I'll show you some video here momentarily. They got the truck, right? That was towed today, just a few hours ago, not long at all. Okay. We'll get to all of this in a minute. Well, damn it. I guess I don't have it on here. But they've got his Audi. They got Matt's truck right here that he took from the crime scene after murdering 4 individuals. They have the Charger, and they have I think it's the Acada, or what? It's I forget what it is. Hold on one second. I need to send myself something. I just remembered this for the live. 2 seconds. Here we go. All right. Now there is Traverse, Equinox, something like that. Traverse. I think it was a Traverse. Almost certain it was a Traverse. Yes. Okay. So now you remember there was this, they said when the baby was abandoned, they said a dark minivan, if I recall correctly, or a mid-size SUV. Now there's speculation on this vehicle that we're going to talk about here as soon as I can pull it up in just a moment. Oops, what I do? All right, I got a commercial here. Now, look at this. Sorry, guys, my computer's running so slow today. All right. This was it. Public is needing assistance, or to give they're asking, the police are giving assistance. Major development, Dyer County Sheriff's Office, Jeff Box, is seeking the community's help regarding an ongoing investigation. We are asking citizens and businesses along Highway 78. We're going to look at that momentarily. Highway 78. It's very important. From Dyersburg to Lake County to review their camera footage from Tuesday, July 29th, 2025, from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. for any sightings of the following vehicles. Look at this one. White Nissan Rogue. Well, that was that mid-size SUV that they were asking us about, right? In my opinion, that was that white mid-size SUV. Now, this is it. There had to have been someone with Austin at the killings back there if he did not ride with any of the victims, right? Someone had to have been with him. Had to have. Because how did he get there? How did he get there? Let's talk about that. How did he get there? Because someone, if he drove there, right, on his own, he took the truck. He took Matt's truck, the victim's truck. So he took that out of there. Well, he ditched this truck, and we'll talk about that momentarily, but he ditched this truck. How did he get out of there? Well, did he get out of there with the white Rogue that we know nothing about? They said a dark van or a midsize SUV. Right? So if he ditches this truck, which he did, it's picked up today. What does Caitlin drive? She doesn't drive a Rogue. She doesn't drive a Rogue. But was this some type of rental? Maybe. But that would be pretty easy to find from their, credit card statements. Right? So if he took this truck out from the crime scene, that means someone had to drive him in there, or one of the victims drove him in there. Now, we know that and I said this a long time ago. Let me, so I got Google Maps pulled up here, or Google Earth. I might have it here. Let me check. Google Earth. So I said a long time ago that, in my opinion, he either had to have stopped at their house and say, you know, I'll ride with you. I'll ride with you. But then he would have had to have gone back to his house to get the truck or to get his vehicle, whatever he was driving. So I don't think that happened. Right? After he unalives 4 people and then steals the truck, I don't think he's going to go back to one of the victims' houses and pick up his vehicle. I just don't think that's going to happen. So almost certainly, in my opinion, he had to have help. He could not have been alone, in my opinion. I cannot think that's the only way I could think of him that making it make sense. But then again, like, let's say he rode with one of the victims down there and he unalived all of them. And he jumped in Matthew's truck and he left his vehicle at one of the victims' homes. And he went there to get that vehicle. Well, it's still the same situation. He can't drop off the vehicle in this location. I mean, unless he walks a long way. 1 second. So sorry about that, y'all. So it's still the same situation. So almost certainly he absolutely had to have help. 1,000%, in my opinion. Okay. How do you know that? How do you know that? Because I don't see it. I don't see it on her background. We've looked. What if he walked a bit away from the scene and then called someone who didn't know what happened to come pick him up? I mean, it's a possibility, but again, they're going to know all of this has happened, right? And you would think that they would tell law enforcement, hopefully, right? They have not found the dark colored van. No. Nope. See how a difference a picture can make it look? Like, this looks so much brighter and all of that. It's the same truck. It's craziness, isn't it? Absolutely craziness. Okay. Let me. Yeah, this was just a little bit ago. So I want to play this for you real quick. And then we're going to talk about something on the other side. Credit goes to News Channel 3 WREG.
The man wanted for the murders of 4 Dyer County residents is now on the TBI's most wanted list. A massive manhunt is underway tonight for 28-year-old Austin Drummond. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Stephanie Skurlock.
And I'm Greg Hurst. The search comes 2 days after a call about an abandoned baby that led to the discovery of 4 bodies in nearby Lake County. Our Team 3 coverage continues with the WREG investigators. They're digging deeper into Drummond's past, uncovering a lengthy rap sheet containing serious charges.
Our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, got a hold of his criminal history today and breaks down what it contains.
According to the TBI's criminal history, WREG investigators uncovered Austin Drummond's rap sheet dates back to 2011 when he was just a teenager. He pleaded guilty to evading arrest and attempted burglary in Jackson, Tennessee, getting 24 hours.
AR, yes, we do believe absolutely that the baby was dropped off afterwards, 1,000%. But I was asking, how do you know the Traverse is Cortney's? That's what I was asking. And yes, Daphne, they let him out. Well, he served his full sentence.
Community service. 2 years later, court documents state when Drummond was 17 years old, he walked behind the register in a gas station in Jackson, pointed a pistol at the clerk, demanded she open the cash register, and took the cash inside. A jury found him guilty. According to the Tennessee Department of Corrections website, his sentence ended September 1st, 2024. His criminal history report shows.
I don't think you're hearing me, AR. I am agreeing with you that it is the baby was dropped off. Absolutely. I'm agreeing with you. I'm asking about, you said that the Traverse is Cortney's, and I'm wanting to know how you know that.
That same day in Lake County, Tennessee, the same place where there's a state-operated correctional complex. Drummond was hit with gun, drug,
KJ,
and contraband
attempted
charges. In December, he was reportedly charged with attempted first-degree murder and contraband in a penal facility. Since then, he's been charged with even more, including meth, contraband.
Well, sorry, I'm misunderstanding you. It's my fault, actually. I'm thinking about the new vehicle, the white Nissan Rogue. Was it Rogue? I know that. I agree. Yes. I'm talking about this new vehicle, the white Nissan Rogue. And I'm thinking, I get their names mixed up. What's his ex's name? The half sister. I cannot think of it. Speed. First name, I can't think of it right now. Last name, Speed.
And unlawful telecommunication devices. We are working to find out more information about these charges and the disposition. Also, if Drummond was behind bars after that September release and why he was walking free. Investigating for news leader Jessica Gertler, WREG News Channel 3.
As we said, we are covering this story from all angles, and you'll want to stay with News Channel 3 for continuing coverage of the story. Coming up at 6 and 10, our Brian Didlake will have the latest on the search.
No, the Rogue is what I'm talking about. The Rogue, I do not see anywhere that it's registered to Cortney. If you know that it's registered to Cortney, please send it to me. I need to see that.
More details on the case from the Dyer County District Attorney. And we'll keep you updated on WRG.com and, of course, the WRG News app as new developments come in.
Kiki sent you new info and text. Thank you, baby. Appreciate you very, very much. I want to know about this Rogue. That's what I want to know about, the Rogue. He looks like a psychopath. Yep. He started, I don't know if it says a year. Let's see if it even says a year. I don't think it says a year. Nope, doesn't say a year. Doesn't say a year. Who owned the Audi? Austin did. Austin owned the Audi. He had better. Right in the bushes, right? No doubt. Where did they find the rogue? They have not found the rogue that I'm aware of. They're just asking about it. Okay. Let's go. Let me pull up his background and see. Hold on 1 second, guys. I'm getting something very interesting. What is this? 2 seconds. What's going on here? The 5 to 6 took out to the area where the hold on. What does this mean? What does this mean? I'll show it to you. In the midst of crazy, just relaxing, the 5 to 6 THP. What's THP mean? Took out to the area where the quadruple homicide suspect vehicle was found. Wonder what's up. Are they back out there? Hold on. Watch recorder video. What's this? Hold on. I don't think that's safe. Don't click on that, guys. Don't click on that. At virus stuff. Said no thank you. Yep, go away. Which one seems to have found 2 in the last 24 hours? The white one and the missing truck. If it, oh my God, these spammers. What does this mean? Tennessee Highway Patrol. Okay. I'm really bad with the then 5 to 6 Tennessee Highway Patrol took out to the area. Okay, so they're out there. They're out there 5 to 6. I wonder if they put something in the water or something. I think he headed north, my opinion, Kentucky. Could be. He's been inside prison too long. I'm surprised they have him yet. He isn't away. All the cameras on the road, especially interstates. Yeah, that or he is just someone's protecting him. His what are they called? Their gang friends. So we'll check that. Now, what's this? Guys, if you can send me info. Oh. Yeah. I was going to show this in just a second. Look at this, guys. It's so cute. Just breaks my heart to see this video. This is what this mother trucker took. It's bad.
We did.
From him.
We did.
Look here. She's just at that age where she's going to start walking. You know what I mean? Just at that age. Just so sad, man. Poor baby. That was July 12th. Not long ago at all.
Hey, Mama.
She'll have that for the rest of her life, though.
Mama.
That's all she'll have of her mom.
Tell him. Say Mama. I say Mama. Hey, Mama. Mama.
It's so bad, man. Like, they were good parents. They were good parents. I could. Oh, look, mom and dad. Mom and dad. They're eating a honey bun there. She's eating a honey bun there. It's so cute. And then I want to just show you this real quick, and then we'll get on with the show. But we got some stuff coming in here. It's craziness. Look at this.
Give me a kiss, Wes. Give me a kiss. Mwah. Give me a kiss, baby. Give me a kiss, big girl. Mwah.
This is so sweet.
Daddy love her. Mwah. Daddy love you. Mwah. I'm gonna tip you over, big girl. Oh, you so pretty. You so gorgeous.
She wants a kiss.
Like your mommy. You look like me, but you look like your mom.
She loves kisses.
She's like, ah.
Very sad, man. Very, very sad. Oh, she must be missing her. Absolutely. I mean, it's all she's had. Okay. Oh, look at this. I saw this earlier. When this guy was given the interview, look at the truck that was behind him. Look at the truck that was behind this guy when this was going on. What's the coincidence? Isn't that crazy? Had a rough time. So sad. For the young age, I completely agree. Yeah. I was like, I didn't notice that yesterday. Yeah. Yeah. The other truck is just like it's opposite. It's opposite. Okay. So I wonder what they're doing out there. That's what I would like to know. I want to show you a video of earlier whenever they were out on, they were towing it away. Here, I'll make it bigger for you. They are reversed, but it's still crazy. You know, it's. But look, there looks. Someone said they look like there was gunshots on the windshield. I think it was. Does anyone, I don't know, where was it found? Where was it found? There was I had the location it was found at earlier. I don't know if I pulled it up or not, though. And the TBI press conference, guys, is out now, by the way. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Right here. I don't know if that's, you know, gunshot, or is it, you know, it could even be bird crap. You don't know. But it looks something right there. And then what was this damage already there? Just a young kid working, getting off work, and was killed. Nancy, no, I showed that this truck wasn't found yesterday. Yeah, I showed you the pew pew shots in the black car. I had a boyfriend with that truck. Could be a sticker Mohawk. It could be. It looks like one in the windshield. Yeah, that's what the one I was right here. Maybe that's the door over there. You know, the truck had seen better days anyways. It's kind of in a V, you know what I mean, already. I'm glad that Matthew's dead. I don't know if I would want it back, to be honest with you. Would you want it back? After that motherfucker sat in there? I don't know if I could. Him touching the steering wheel last. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could ever touch that vehicle again. That's just me, though. Some people might want it, but I just couldn't touch it again. Knowing his hands touch that, no. The only way I would touch that is if they would let me run over him. If I was the dad. If you would let me run over him, I would, yeah, then I would do it. I'd wear gloves, but I would do it. No, she didn't name me. I would keep it, but never touch it again. It would be parked. I just don't know if I would want that memory associated with it. That's just me, though. You know, everybody's different. So look at this photo right here. And the story keeps getting more unhinged. Evidently, Caitlin is pregnant with Austin Drummond's baby. Look at there. That's a pregnancy photo. That's a pregnancy photo. Hold on one second. Truck today. That's a pregnancy photo. Go on Jerry Springer. Yeah. And this, I mean, they said, I mean, she's not that pregnant either. Like, she's not like way pregnant from what I understand. So I don't buy, hey, vet girl, I don't buy Caitlin's story at this point. I think she has to know more, in my opinion. Now, from what I am getting, sources are telling me that she is saying, allegedly to authorities, that she is just as shocked as anybody else. And she doesn't know where this came from. But I mean, if you're making a human with him, if you was just in Gatlinburg, Tennessee with him 5 days before the murders, if you're taking photos with him, if you were fired or left your work because you fell in love with a convict, well, to me, that says a lot about this situation. And in my opinion, I feel like she very possibly, I just feel like she knows more. She looks about 6 months pregnant. I think they were saying she was 4 months. She left when he got out. 20. Yep. Some people say she was fired. I don't see how. And they were dating up until allegedly she found out that they were killed. Now, sources have also told me that the family is allegedly very confused about what to make of all of this. Nope, Vet Girl, they were in a relationship till the day of the crime. Not previously. Like the prosecutor, they told us that, I mean, I do think people need to leave her alone. Absolutely. I absolutely agree with you. But they said that they were together up until it happened. And that's just crazy, because the family, certain family members had made it sound like they had, just broken up pretty recently. But they had been together. Like, we've got pictures of them in Gatlinburg 5 days before this happened. And now there's a pregnancy photo. Why take his emotions out on her family? Well, I mean, I don't know. She may not know anything. And we're just going to have to wait and see. But I do believe that someone had to help him. Wonder if it's a DV situation, and who knows? I mean, could be. Could be. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't trust the guy, but this is someone that she met in prison, right? Look at the photo, Wally. That is Caitlin and Austin. Maybe who helped him, also who helped him do other things. Well, he is affiliated allegedly with this gang. And hold on, I've got a photo here. Julie, one second here. Minute plant. Okay, I got these photos right here. That, damn, I don't know, man. This is just, it's just wild. What? Let me read this right here. Evidently, Caitlin is pregnant with Austin Robert Drummond's baby. Caitlin is the sister of Cortney Rose, 38. I believe they're half sisters. Aunt of Adrianna, 20. Aunt of Brandon Williams, 15. For all intents and purposes, the in-law of James M. Wilson, 21, who were all found murdered. Austin Robert Drummond is being sought in the connection of the quadruple homicide. This picture was taken from Caitlin's social media before she deleted it and deactivated her account. Like, why do that? I don't know. Why do that? I want to show you this right here of where they talk about. Give me 2 seconds as I can find it. Maybe. Okay, here it is. Austin Drummond. Friends embarrassed, you think? Wow, I don't know, man. Maybe law enforcement took her page down. I don't think they would do that. I don't know why they would do that, but seems he is hiding tattoos. He cut off his ankle bracelet. Why wasn't he back in jail? Well, we listened. If you remember listening to the hearings yesterday, his probation hearings, he was lying in his probation hearings. I knew he was the father when that lady came out going off on her in code. Yeah. But, you know, the family, they put out, you know, that she had broken up with him and all that. And then they deleted it. And, you know, I've got some sources and they say that the family are allegedly confused at some of the things that they have told her. And it just, some things doesn't allegedly make sense to them. And they, you know, can never picture her even being a part of something like this. Why wouldn't she do that? Well, that doesn't stop it either way. I mean, it doesn't stop the crazy.
He was driving a white Audi. And now we've got more information. That vehicle has been found.
I mean, you can put it on private. You deactivate it.
Take a look at this from the city of Jackson, Tennessee. The Jackson Police Department located the vehicle driven by Austin Drummond in the woods near the end of MCO Road.
Okay,
it appears that he's been living in the vehicle and may be in the area. JPD asked that all people within the immediate area of this alert to lock your doors, stay indoors as we actively search for Drummond. Remember, he is considered armed and extremely dangerous. This is not an exaggeration. They suspect him of killing 4 people already. If you see him, call 911 immediately. Do not approach the suspect. Here's David Roush. He's the director of the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, TBI. Let's listen.
He is considered armed and dangerous.
Okay.
This is why we're advising.
So, someone is saying on Facebook that The truck was found less than a mile from Matt's house, allegedly. Right? So he could have walked. He could have walked, right? No, he couldn't have. He still had to have help. I mean, unless he parked at Matt's house.
Advising the public not to engage with him, to call us if you see him, if you have information about his whereabouts, to reach out through the 1-800-TBI find line. We have also, in conjunction with the U.S. Marshals, put a $15,000 reward for information leading to his arrest and conviction. So what you're asking is what, when I mentioned a sign of compassion from the suspect, yes. So they brought attention when they dropped the child off, brought attention. There were people nearby, and so brought attention to those people to come and get the child. There was a familial relationship between the suspect and the family.
So now we're getting a little more information about this suspect. So number one, wanted to make sure the baby was okay, showed a level of compassion, at least for the child, perhaps not for the 4 dead people left behind, but got the attention of people before he took off in that white Audi. The Audi's been found, he has not. So what exactly is his connection to the victims here, the familial connection? Take a look at this. We found this on Facebook. A family member of the victims posted this. Courtney Rose, my husband and Caitlin are siblings. Adrianna and Braydon are our niece and nephew. Austin Drummond was Caitlin's boyfriend at one time. Yes, he was close to our family. Yes, we cared about him and thought he cared about us. He has literally been nothing short of amazing to us and our kids every time he's been around us up until this point. He's been amazing to our niece, Caitlin's daughter. We never expected him to cause any harm to anyone, much less in our family. Adds another level of why to all of this, if in fact he's the one responsible. Let's bring in our think tank tonight. Joining us, criminal defense attorney Josh Colesrud is with us, trial attorney and author Jeffrey B. Simon, and attorney Dwight Williams. Great to have everyone here. Josh, what are your thoughts here about the connection between the man who's on the run, the man who's wanted, and the victims in this case?
Well, I'm glad that they found a connection, because that tells us a little bit more of a possible motive. One thing I'd like to note is that because there are 4 victims here, 4 murdered victims, that does make Mr. Drummond eligible for the death penalty in Tennessee. One thing I'm interested in is also what type of forensic evidence do they have? Because if he has some type of familial relationship, he's going to have his DNA all over the place anyway. So I'm kind of expecting that his DNA was probably found in, some blood or under their fingernails to show some type of, defensive struggle. So there's still a lot to learn here. We don't even know the manner of death yet. The detectives and the police department are doing a great job at keeping these facts, close to the vest, which they need to do in order before they catch him.
Yeah, and Jeffrey, talking about manner of death here, it's got to be in a way where he can control 4 people. I mean, there's only one of him, 4 victims, 3 of them adults. They're young adults, but adults nonetheless, and another 15-year-old without harming the baby. You put that together and you're wondering how exactly did this all go down? And that's going to be a big part of the investigation.
Right. I mean, to simply murder 4 people takes an enormous amount of superior force, whether it's a gun, whether it's a knife and you catch them by surprise and so forth. And so while we don't know the method, I think we know that it was brutal, and it appears that it's personal. And if it's him, of course, he's presumed innocent. But there's going to be a lot of physical evidence, whoever the killer is, that eventually puts that killer at the scene.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's not someone breaking in, right? Someone's breaking in, everyone's going to be at alert. It's going to be more difficult.
Okay.
If it's someone you know.
We're going to get back to this in just a minute. Get this. So, Matthew's father put a moment ago, me personally, question mark, I think she is the only reason my granddaughter was spared her life. Excuse me? My goodness, my heart goes out to you and your family. I hope this POS. That is Matthew's father saying that in his opinion, the only reason his granddaughter was spared is Caitlin. Oh my God. Caitlin Golden. That's what I said yesterday as well. No, meaning the baby that was put on the side of the road. Caitlin's niece. This is Matthew's father, the father of the baby who was left on the side of the road. This is his granddaughter, the baby's granddaughter. Someone reported Austin has a dummy Facebook account. Yeah, I talked about that last night. That's crazy. She took the pew in. She took the pew into the prison. Really, Grace? I mean, he had to get it there somehow. I don't know if it was by. Well, Bugsy, we don't know if she knew or not, but he's insinuating that the only reason the baby was spared, meaning in that he's the grandfather of the baby. Oh, really? She took the girl that worked there did? She said that Caitlin took the pew in there? That's crazy. Do they have his friend that he is in the pic with? I guarantee you he knows. I've got that picture. Apologize for that. Justin, why is he running around town after cutting off his ankle bracelet? I didn't even know he cut off his ankle bracelet. Did he do that like recently? He did that? Huh. Yes, Brandy. There's got to be a hell of a lot more to this. They are, vet girl. I feel terrible for this family. Terrible. This is just as tragic as it gets. I mean, there's a 15-year-old kid that is dead. There were all of them were so young. That was probably the police meant by the GPS. Somebody had an ankle bracelet. Okay, now let me show you this one. Now, Matthew says right here, very interesting. Where is his girlfriend? Matthew, grandfather of the baby, Matthew's father, says, I know where she is. Someone said, can you tell us? And he says this after this. He's like, basically saying, I don't know if I can tell you, but he shared it with the TBI. Is she cooperating with the TBI, or does she play a part in this? And that's when he says, me think personally. Is when he says, me think personally, I think she is the only reason my granddaughter was spared her life. That's crazy. Ask what it was. It's a... Yeah. If you say GUNS too many times, YouTube does not like it. So we have to say pew pew sometimes. I thought Matthew had an ankle monitor on. From what I've understand, someone, Matthew, or I guess Austin did, but someone had an ankle monitor on, and that is a big part of how they were allegedly found. There's nothing in court docs that he had a monitor. Matthew does not have a criminal record. Okay, I want to know how Cortney and Caitlin's mom died. Well, I know there was this big thing about, oh, well, she might have all this money, and she didn't have any money whatsoever, like at all. She was young herself. I mean, she wasn't that old at all. At all. Oh, that's really sad. Adrianna there doing that. Okay. Clear up some things here. This was last night. God bless these parents and all of these people. It's sad.
TBI held a briefing here after finding Drummond's abandoned car. They still don't have him, but say that.
Is she okay? Is she awake?
They are doing everything they can to find him and keep the public safe. Helicopters hover over parts of Jackson after authorities located Austin Drummond's abandoned vehicle in a wooded area of this neighborhood on MCO Road. Several hours later, the 2016 white Audi was towed away. Neighbors glad to see it go.
Because that was basically his place of living, and now it's gone. So where's he going to live? I mean, he can live under trees, but
I don't think he was living in his car. I do not think he was living in his car. Hello? They were just in Gatlinburg 5 days before in a fat-ass log cabin. He was not living in that car. He was not living in that car. It was just a fucking pigsty. That's the only thing that was. She looks tired. Well, they drag you out of bed. You know. Yeah. Reporting live from where the hell? Jackson, Tennessee.
Federal, state, and local officers searched for Drummond in the surrounding area at an apartment complex less than a half mile from where they found the car, but left empty-handed. This mother of 5 who lives there was concerned after she saw all the police vehicles and found out who they were looking for.
I think it's crazy. We came from California, so it's definitely crazy.
The TBI says the last confirmed sighting of Drummond was Wednesday in Jackson, a day after the bodies of James Wilson, Adrianna Williams, Cortney Rose, and Braydon Williams were found in Lake County, and an infant related to them was left abandoned in a stranger's yard 40 miles away in Dyer County. The TBI director believes Drummond is still in the area. He's asking residents to stay vigilant and Drummond to turn himself in.
He is considered armed and dangerous. This is why we're advising the public not to engage with him, to call us if you see him, if you have information about his whereabouts, to reach out through the 1-800-TBI Find line.
Say it, honey.
And the TBI and U.S. Marshals are offering a $15,000 reward for information that leads to Drummond's arrest. For your news leader in Jackson, Tennessee, Melissa Moon, WREG, News Channel 3.
All right, and the manhunt.
She looked like she hit the damn stars. Went past the moon. Anyway, respectfully, ma'am. Respectfully. Okay. Now, has there been any sightings? Does anyone know if there's... I have not seen any sightings today of old... What's his face? Austin. Haven't seen any sightings of him whatsoever. It's been rather quiet. Fox 13 is... What are they saying? Nope. They're not saying... Oh, I need to go back to that, but just give me 1 second here, guys. I think I got some more stuff in here. Okay. DCSO also says... Hold on. Yeah, video footage. I'm trying to find where that truck, because people are saying that the truck was found near where Matthew and them lived, but does anyone know the exact location where it was found? I'm trying to find that. Oh, so give me 1 second. The 1988 white Ford, the white strip connected, was located on the unoccupied near Burnt Mill Road in Dyer County. Okay, let's look that up on the map. We're going to look this up. We need to add this to our map anyways. Let's go to Google Earth. And we'll look this up. Okay, here we go. Pop this up. Here we go. Okay, this is Burnt Mill Road. And so Burnt Mill, it's probably Harness Road turns onto Burnt Mill Road. Let's go over here. See what this road looks like. Oh, look at this road. It's like a 1 lane. No, go this way. There's plenty of places they could pull it over. All right. It's middle of nowhere. And now this turns into another. So you could pull it over anywhere here. Let's see here. Burnt Mill's not that, it's not that big of a road. And it turns out right here. What's this? No, won't let us go out. So this is Burnt Mill right here. Might have been pulled just anywhere near through here. I think that guy that was talking earlier, or where the video was playing, I think he was somewhere around in here. He is actually going to make a mistake and will get caught. Oh yeah. He always makes, a mistake. He always makes a mistake. Hello, Sassy. Good to see you, my dear. Hope you are well. So let's add this to our, I don't know exactly, but we know the road. So we'll add Burnt Mill Road. Okay. And where maybe Ford truck found here. Found. Okay. So if we go out. All right. So look. Bodies found right here. Let me move this around. Bodies found right here. Here's where the Ford truck was found, right? Here's where the baby was found. Grandma and them lived down here. And then right through here is where Austin, Jackson, Tennessee is. So I still think he came up through here. They were planning perhaps a deal or something, a big deal, when they met, where they always met, like, yeah, we're going to meet someone here and do the deal or whatever. And I think he passed them all up and just planned on meeting them right up here where the bodies were, found. And then after that happened, I think he took the Ford truck, ditched it. I think somebody took perhaps the baby. That was around 3:11. Were they in the same vehicle or not? After they ditched the Ford truck and the baby. I don't know. What do you mean St. Elmo's fire? Why did it happen? That's the $1 million question. Who knows? Caitlin appears to be pregnant. I do think so too, D. I think there almost certainly has to be more than one. It doesn't, that helped him. I don't know. Think about it though. Why did he take that truck? He didn't need to take that truck if he drove his own vehicle there. Right? He didn't need to take his own. So it's so if he rode with someone there, like one of the family members, then he obviously had to have a way out of there. Which one was his vehicles he took to that spot? He took the Ford. Oh, well, that's how he got out. I don't know what he drove there. I wonder if Matthew got in his vehicle. Yeah, I mean, Matthew could have. This is the thing, though. Like, if Matthew was, let's say he left his location, or he left his, let's say he left his vehicle right here where the Ford was found, and he came back and got it, right? Well, if he dropped it off here, he's got to first have a way to get to the victims and kill them. So how did he get there? He had to ride with somebody at some point, whether it was before the murders or after. He had to have rode with somebody. Had to have. Did he ride there with the, well, that's what we were asking. That could be the only thing. I mean, if he rode there with the family, let's see, if he rode there with the family and he drove the trucks out. But again, it goes back to that same old thing. If he rode there with the family and he parked his truck somewhere, the only way he could, like if he parked his vehicle at one of their houses and went back to get it, but I don't see him doing that. You know what I mean? Like, after he murders these 4 people, would you go back to get your vehicle? I mean, you would want to go back and get it, but also, you don't know how fast they're going to be discovered. If he is dealing D at the prison, where does he stay when he is there? No idea. I don't know how they located his car. I mean, I guess someone called it in. That's, the best of what I understand. Now, so Austin is allegedly associated with a gang, and the gang is called allegedly Vice Lords, or they were also known formerly as Almighty Vice Lord Nation. They're one of the oldest and most notorious street gangs in the United States, and their name absolutely carries weight in both criminal history and pop culture. Who are the Vice Lords? They were founded in 1957 in Chicago. Founder Edward Perry and several others, originally as a club of incarcerated teens at the Illinois State Training School for Boys in St. Charles, what they believe or claim to. The Vice Lords started with the goal of upliftment and unity, and for a hot minute they even tried to go legit. But in the 1960s, they formed the Conservative Vice Lords, Inc., and got funding from government anti-poverty programs. They wore suits, they gave interviews, they talked peace, but behind the scenes they were drugs, extortion, weapons, and murdering never stopped. Their PR image was like dressing a wolf in a Gucci tuxedo. They operated like a corporate syndicate. Vice Lords Nation is the umbrella. There's the Insane Vice Lords, the IVL, Traveling Vice Lords, TVL, Unknown Vice Lords, UVL, Conservative Vice Lords, CVL. Each branch has its own ranking system and neighborhood turf, but they're all connected by alliance to the 5-star point, symbolizing love, truth, freedom, peace, freedom, and justice. Iconic or ironic, right? What they do, speaking criminally, drug trafficking, specifically crack, meth, weapons distribution, carjacking rings, MURDER for hire, witness intimidation, in some documented cases, HT. They've had operations not just in Illinois, but across Tennessee, Michigan, Missouri, and even into the South and Midwest. The Tennessee law enforcement has classified the Vice Lords as a security threat group, particularly active in Memphis, Jackson, Nashville, Shelby County jails and prison systems. They've been tied to high-profile unaliving cases, drug raids, and gang violence in West Tennessee, which makes this very interesting, right? They're supposed to be known as organized, ruthless, deeply embedded in prisons and street networks, and not to be underestimated. Jackson, Dyer counties, and Shelby counties. They are known to provide safe houses, move him across state lines perhaps. They can funnel him burner phones, food, clothes, or even transport. They can intimidate or silence anyone who talks. Right? So, so this could explain why his the truck was abandoned. This mystery vehicle, right? Many times it is due to unalivings could be connected to gang retaliation or pressure as well. Now, remember that one text that said a deal went, quote, bad, end quote. If Drummond is running with the Vice Lord backing, he doesn't necessarily need a plan. They'll make one for him if they support him in this. But also, many times when the heat gets onto him, then they might ditch him. The Vice Lords ran to his family hometown, not to a G safe house. To his family, really. I don't know what you mean. In the Midwest, basically Chicago. Well, did y'all, I mean, I was talking to someone, I'm sure she's watching right now. She said she was going to be, they were saying, there was several of the staff members that has been really hurt in that jail. Widow Bailey had sent a super chat and they're not showing. It probably did not go through. Sometimes if your phone freezes or something like that, if you're using your phone or whatever, sometimes it'll say it goes through, but it really doesn't go through. So check on your billing under your YouTube and it'll tell you if it went through or not. My dear, I can check on my end after the live, but I don't see anything. Can someone... Widow Bailey's super chats aren't showing up. Why? I mean, can y'all see them and I'm just not seeing them, or what? I don't know. They are everywhere. Allegedly, he's Caucasian, right? Maybe just a runner. Well, I think he had to join this gang in prison because, he started out really young. I did not see it. Fan funding. I don't even know what fan funding is. What's fan funding? I don't know. Magic Star, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you, love. Appreciate you. I see you. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Thank you, Nancy. But I think it was out of necessity. Thank you, Magic Star. Thank you, baby. I'll try again. Third time's the charm. I don't know what's... Yeah, I thought he was a nation guy. Confused because there's two together won't work. I don't know. That's what I heard everyone said he was. Thank you, Leslie. But yeah, I think he had to do it out of necessity to survive. Now, I've got photos of him here with some alleged members. I don't know if it's members or whoever the hell it is. It's his friend, maybe. He's kind of posing with them. Let me show you. Well, hold on. Delete it. Give me 1 second. Upload this real quick. I can show you this. I don't know when this picture he took was, but look at this. This is some Eastern Mosley, this one. He's got his arm around him. Dude's like, word. LV are red and gold. I don't know. They're probably only in the gang when they're in the jail. I don't know. Who knows? Prisons are the ultimate racist place. You don't mix in prison. Really? I would be like, guys, that's not nice. I would not last in prison. I would not last. Where do I think he's heading? I have no idea. I would be like, shame on you, buddy, for being rude. You think a raffle game is... I don't think so. I would not last 3 seconds. I would... No. I don't see how people even work at a prison, to be honest with you. Oh, thank you, Patty. Thank you, Patty, my dear. Appreciate you. Like, these people, they get PTSD and all this stuff. Oh, I didn't show you all this one. Let me show you this before. Here we go.
Made by those officials that you mentioned earlier today, Pepper.
It's a little
Specifically,
low.
some of them saying things like this has the entire community scared, has people scared in their home, and has caused great concern. Now, before we get into the details of all of it, I want to show you what's going on right now in this community. We're at the intersection of MCO and Farmington Road, where the 2016 white Audi that the suspect, Austin Drummond, was driving was
Now,
found at this dead end. You can see a police vehicle that's kind of blocked.
They had a hard time getting that car out yesterday. Now, his dad lives his dad lives in the town too, but his business is really close by there.
Where officers believe for his car to be found at this point. It is right next to a neighborhood, so it really speaks to the volume of all of these federal and local law enforcement agencies asking all of these residents to stay inside their homes. If they happen to see Austin
Drummond, I know
they
that's
don't
what
want
I'm
them to
afraid of.
engage with him, but rather call those federal and local agencies like the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation so that they may come get him. Really, in totality, at this press conference today, they were asking for there to be a peaceful kind of peaceful transfer there if they were to eventually capture Austin Drummond. They want things to be peaceful, for him to peacefully surrender, and for there not to have any local law enforcement, federal law enforcement, or any of these neighbors or general citizens in the Jackson area be injured here. I want to run down some of the information for you that we know at this point. As a reminder of what happened, a baby was found abandoned in a car seat on a front yard in Dyer County just hours before 4 bodies were found in a wooded area along Carrington Road in neighboring Lake County, and that baby is now safe, investigators told us earlier today, but they do not believe this is a random act of violence. They're calling it a targeted incident, and the victims are identified as 21.
Well, that's where we don't know where the Nissan Rogue comes in, right? Where are you getting your energy? um, we don't know where the Nissan Rogue came from. Right, they're looking for a Nissan Rogue. They don't say the year or anything like that. They say
James
a
Wilson,
white Nissan Rogue.
20-year-old Adrianna Williams, 38-year-old Cortney Rose, and 15-year-old Braydon Williams. And District Attorney General Danny Goodman confirmed today that the baby's parents were victims, James Wilson and Adrianna Williams. And Cortney Rose, who was also killed, was Adrianna's and Braydon Williams' mother. And all 4 of those victims lived in Dyer County. Officials also pointed to an act of humanity, saying that when the infant was dropped off, it was possibly before or after those murders, but they wouldn't confirm the exact timeline for us today. Goodman was calling Drummond an extremely violent individual. And
So here they're saying they won't say before or after, but I'm pretty sure it was after.
U.S. Marshals say that their goal is for Drummond to peacefully surrender, as I mentioned earlier, because they want to law enforcement or any of the citizens. So you may be able to see some law enforcement coming out right now. I don't know if you might be able to see past this police vehicle right here, but law enforcement officers have been coming in and off of this road all day. They've been bearing guns. They've been searching and surveying the area, talking to some of the residents. As I mentioned earlier, there are houses right next to this dead end. And again, officials do believe that Austin Drummond is somewhere in the Jackson area, so they're asking everyone in the city to remain safe, to stay inside if possible, and again, do not engage with Drummond if they were to potentially see him, to again call federal and or local law enforcement there. So it's been very active. There's also been 2 helicopters that have been circling around this area since we've been here over the past several hours. Everybody is investigating, continuing. We asked several questions. Officers and officials weren't able to disclose some of the information, as this is still a very new and active investigation here. And again, you can see lots of different people. I don't know if you can see right there, but residents are quite concerned about things that are going on and have been asking us questions all day as they investigate the suspect, and they also learn more about the nature of the incident that happened here. I'm going to send it back to you, Pepper.
That area on high alert right now, Lauren, as we can all imagine. It's always an eerie feeling when a suspect hasn't been caught yet and this starts to get more news coverage. Now, I do want to ask you, Lauren, this isn't Drummond's first run-in with the law. So what is the extent of his criminal history? I know you've done some reporting on that.
So as we know it right now, we've, as you said, reported over the past several days that Drummond recently served 13 years in prison. He was released, as we understand it, last September. And a little bit more information there. He was initially arrested there on some aggravated robbery charges initially. We've been having more information and learning more information from federal investigators about the extent of his background there. He had some aggravated murder charges and other drug-related offenses that were said to have happened when he was serving his sentence in prison. We're not exactly sure about the timeline. When we followed up with investigators about that, they weren't able to disclose all of that information at the time, but this is certainly not Drummond's first run-in with the law, which is why they keep emphasizing to all of these residents here in Jackson that they should not engage with this man. He is believed to be armed and dangerous, and as they are searching for him, they're asking everyone to stay vigilant and very well prepared there. Pepper.
Most definitely, Lauren. We know that helicopters have been circling the area, as well as in your shot there. We can see just how many law enforcement agencies are around. Now, I know you mentioned that they aren't able to answer a lot of questions, but one big piece of this whole puzzle is how authorities may have found the bodies. I know it's a quite graphic question I'm about to ask you here, but have they given any information on the conditions the bodies were found in that could give some details on just the nature of the crime at all?
So earlier in that press conference, they did not, Pepper, and that was something that we were asking these investigators and officials that were presenting this information to us. We tried to ask some follow-ups, but we're often met with the response of, this is still an active investigation. We're still trying to put the pieces together. This has all been happening in a very short amount of time. So they weren't willing to at least disclose that, or have not told us if they know that information at this point. Again, just as a reminder, as we were stating earlier, those 4 bodies were found in a wooded area along Carrington Road in Tiptonville, which is in Lake County. So as we were asking these investigators these questions, we were often met with, this is still an active investigation, and we will be able to provide that information to you at a later point. But at this point, we don't know much information about what might have led up to the transportation from these residents of Dyer County to Lake County, or at all what happened to them and eventually had their bodies found there in the Tiptonville area. Pepper?
Yeah, the priority right now is to find him. So I'm sure that information will come out as this investigation continues. Lauren, thank you. We're going to let you get back to work there as you continue doing a great job reporting on the ground for us. We're going to turn it now. The TBI, U.S. Marshals, and several law enforcement agencies had a lot to say today. So here's what they had to say about Austin Drummond.
This investigation began at the request of 29th District Attorney General Danny Goodman. I can tell you that our authorities, local, state, and federal, have been working on this since we got this call.
Okay, we watched this yesterday. Want to show you a few things. He is around this guy a lot. Right. I think this is his mom. Right here. And you can see his shirt there. What color is wearing? Blue. Now look at this. Here he's in a white shirt. And the guy was in the other picture, the guy was in a white shirt. So these are different occasions as well. This seems to be, I'm sure they're wanting to know where this guy is. Yep, Mohawk, that's what I said earlier. I think that when they said they were looking for either a dark minivan or a white midsize SUV. Yeah. And oh, I've got his profile here. Never mind. I know who he is. It says he's a digital creator. Huh. One second. Fat Fox the God. Hold on. What? There's one situation. Hold on. What is he saying here? Okay, so he's talking here.
Collective 15K and all this and all that. Man, if y'all give a nigga up for 15K, y'all niggas are singing in the courtroom like it ain't no motherfucking tomorrow, bro. Fuck is you talking about? Y'all niggas police as hell, fool. On my mama.
On my hood.
Like y'all folk weird as hell. Like y'all bitches talking about some Accessory after I ain't no accessory to shit. Fuck is you talking about?
Nobody said that.
They already done checked me. They already done checked my phone, where my phones was at. They done checked the security at my apartments, the cameras and shit to see if I was at the crib and all this shit. I ain't had shit to do with the shit.
I believe
Fuck
you.
is wrong with y'all?
I believe. I don't think it has anything to do with it.
Facts, you know how these niggas be.
Andrew.
These niggas police as hell, bro. And y'all bitches think that y'all bitches need to stay out of street shit anyway.
Andrew. He is either drunk or stoned. I see it. I see it. I saw that exact same truck Monday afternoon in North Carolina. You think so? Oh, you drive, don't you, widow? That's what you do for a living, don't you? Yes. Did you call it in? That's crazy. Okay, look at this. Yep. Yep, you drive for, yeah. The man in the photo has been cleared by police. His apartment was raided and searched. He went live on his Facebook. That's what we just saw. That's because, you know, poor guy must have been mortified when all these police come busting in. Yeah. Yeah. What's this? Okay, I wanted to read this to you now. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. They found the truck. This is local to me. They also confirm more people are involved. Now, I've not heard that. They have said in certain circumstances that persons, but I've not heard them confirm that, unless I missed it, but have not listed any more names as of yet. The truck was found over by Burnt Mill Road, over by the cross. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Karen Swift case, but this is where the body was found. Last night, they also found Matthew's ID by the cross. Aw. The baby was taken to the murder scene. This is what they're saying. That's not what I'm saying. And they dropped off afterwards. I do believe that happened, though. But Caitlin is married to Austin. I don't think she's married to Austin, and 4 months pregnant with his child. She has a younger child. Both of those are true, with someone who was on trial for the Karen Swift trial. Wow. His dad somehow passed away just before the trial, and it was pretty much just wrote off. Wow. That was a pretty gruesome act of what happened. So tragic for all these families involved. Everything is still unfolding. We live in such a small town, and it's so sad that something so big and tragic has happened. The father of someone said the father of Caitlin's child was still alive at the end of 2024 when the guy got out of prison. He was on her Facebook page blasting her for keeping him from his child while she was living someone else who had been in prison. Yeah. Yep. That's true. Street beef is no joke. Yeah. In my opinion, the dude must owe a lot of cash to someone. They could have gotten married. That's true. That's a good point, Hobo. You never know. They could have gotten married 5 days. But people go to Gatlinburg to get married every single day. So you got a point there. I wonder if that happened. Ooh, I wonder if that happened. That's why people go to Gatlinburgers to get married. I eloped to Gatlinburg in 1993. What street beef is this guy chatting about? I don't know. Oh, that's a good point, Vet Girl. Does he mean does he mean something right there? Listen to that.
Facts, you know how these niggas be. These niggas police as hell, bro. And y'all bitches think that y'all bitches need to stay out of street shit anyway. The fuck shit.
How does he know that street shit? How does he know it? That street shit. Street beef. I prefer non-GMO, sir. Beef.
It don't got shit to do with y'all. Like, I ain't never seen no shit like this a day in my motherfucking life, bro. Like, all y'all people tagging me and sharing my pictures and shit. Me and the white boy pictures and shit. Like, y'all tripping, bro.
I know.
Y'all tripping, bro. Like, on my mama, y'all tripping, bro. That's how it was. My police been picking with us since the trial, and everybody looking at us outside. Man, look, I don't give a fuck about nobody looking at me outside my head or none of that shit. Like, it is what it is. He did what he did. You feel what I'm saying? But that shit ain't got shit to do with me. You feel me? So
I don't think he has anything to do with it. But does he know more? I don't know. Can you check the case with Caitlin's? Someone in chat said the other girl's body was found in the same area. Well, the other girl's body was found in the same area that where the truck was found. That's what they mean by that, I'm pretty sure. That's what, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hold on. Uh-oh. Got something coming in, guys. Okay. Look for an announcement in the search for quadruple murder suspect shortly, not in custody. Look at this. He said this, so I believe it. What does this mean, though? When are they going to start? Look for announcement in the search for quad suspect. Looks like the truck in the background. I wonder if this was found before they found it. Looks like the truck in the background. Huh. Now, supposedly there was 5 officers that went there back to the crime scene just a little bit ago. So that makes me wonder, like, why? Has he gone to hell already, Carmelita? I don't know. His people probably know safe places for him. I hope it's not a Travis Decker case. Posted earlier on a teenager with a medical condition is missing in Tennessee. Not sure what town. Well, last night I got an alert at like 3 in the morning, and I was going to go live, but I wanted to give it a little more time. And there was a boy in Kentucky. I think he was like 9 or 10, 11, something like that. He went missing, but he was, from what I understand, found safe. Justin, what you were saying yesterday about the director, I have not let that go. What did I say yesterday about the director? What did I say yesterday about a director? He was up at 3, Vic. Me too. Okay. Come on, guys. Please hit that thumbs up button. Greatly appreciate you. Where can we see this update, though? I don't know what this means. Because I got another live to do. But I don't want to go live and Fayetteville police investigating disappearance of teen believed to have met stranger through PlayStation. Oh my God. Corian Streeter. That's sad. Let's see if Mr. Nick Bearass said anything. Suspect accused of trying to unalive 9 detectives and deputies with explosives. This was a very close call. He was wanted for threatening to unalive public officials in Polk County. What the hell? Oh. Psychos. That's crazy, y'all. Where is this ad? Listen, I know he's got to be exhausted. I'm exhausted. He's got to be exhausted from running. The guy I'm thinking is saying people need to be careful. Tagging him in Austin and stay out of the street shit. He made an impact. He tried to kill 9 officers. He's not running. You think he's around there? He's got ticks by now. Yeah. Probably. Let me see if... I'll wait a few more minutes on the... see if there's an update. It says a update's coming very shortly, but he's not... I'm going to try to find some more information on it. If anybody has any more information on it, you can text it to my number here, 307-228-4906, or you can email it. I'm going to show you this. Finish watching this part right here. Did I throw it? Hold on, I got something. Yeah, that's already charged him. Damn, did I throw it away? Not throw it away. Did I exit out of it? Here it is. Okay, perfect. I found it. Let's finish this.
And they may trust him, and it might be in a very, friendly situation until it isn't. Dwight, I want you to take a listen to this, because this is something else people are talking about. This is the district attorney talking more about Austin Drummond.
Austin Drummond was convicted in Madison County several years ago for an aggravated robbery. He was sentenced to the Tennessee Department of Corrections, and he was housed at Northwest Correctional, which is in Tiptonville in Lake County. He completed that sentence. So it's what we call flattening the sentence. So he doesn't actually come out on parole or probation. He's just released because he's done all of his time in prison. While he was in prison, he received other charges. We actually took him to grand jury in Lake County because since it occurred at the prison, then it was in our jurisdiction. He had some drug charges that we indicted him for. And then shortly after that, he actually was charged and indicted in Lake County for attempted first degree murder, which took place inside the prison. Because he completed his sentence, then that was just like any other sentence that a person on the street would have committed. So what happened is once he was released from the Department of Corrections, the Lake County Sheriff's Department picked him up just as they would anyone else, brought him to the Lake County Jail, and he made bond. So he has been out on bond on those charges when we think that this was allegedly committed.
All right, Dwight, explain to the folks at home why someone who's just served 13 years in prison and is facing attempted murder charges and drug charges is given bond. What's going on in our world?
It's so frustrating, Vinny. I don't understand it. This would be a situation where you would think someone would remain incarcerated, understanding, once again, innocent until proven guilty with those charges. But given his history, it's just troubling that this man would be out on the street once again if he's the accused. If he's the one who did it, it's just troubling that someone with this criminal past and history would be out there. Now, with that said, it is amazing that the baby was not harmed, that baby was brought to someone's doorstep. It's an incredible aspect of this case. Not, once again, what he did was awful in terms of the other four murders. But if it was him, but certainly it's, as the TBI said, it's just an amazing bit of compassion in a very brutal situation that he would do that.
Yeah, if the baby's left there, the baby dies because no one finds the bodies. The only reason they found the bodies is because they found the baby. Obviously, this is a troubling case. We're going to continue to follow every development in it, but troubling because this is a guy with a violent past, does 13 years. While doing the 13 years, an attempted murder, yet we give him bond, we let him out, and now when he gets arrested, he'll be facing attempted murder and 4 first-degree homicide charges. All right, Think Tank staying with us. When we come back, another story we've been covering out of Arkansas, Devil's Den. Parents murdered, now the suspect in custody. We're getting more details about this guy. You won't believe where he got arrested, but it has something to do with what's on top of his head.
It was his hair, Vinny. She's like the woman that caught the Devil's Den lady, or the Devil's Den guy, not lady, but the lady who said it. She's like, I fucked up his hair because they pulled him out when I was doing his hair. How about no bond, flight risk, criminal history? Hello. Yep. If you're a violent criminal, you don't need to be out like that. No, thank you. Someone said earlier they need to look for a black Jeep. They need to be looking for a black SRT Jeep Grand Cherokee. Also, that's their runner's car. His buddy drives it. I thought that was interesting. Sounds like somebody else knows something more. You know what I mean? I wonder if Matt, hold on, let's see if Riveting's post the Riveting Austin, what's his, God, I can't think today. Drummond. looking to see if Matt had posted anything else on there. Riveting, it's called Riveting. Yeah, Riveting. 10 hours ago. Does it say anything here? No. I can't. Oh, help me find this man now. I've not seen this picture of him. This is a good side profile right here. Very good side profile. Right? See his nose? Oh, I need to take this banner off. That's a good. Here's my email. He isn't going back to the measly ass chicken prison. He's going to the big house. He's going to death row. What do you want to eat before you are? That's where he's going. Not one tat on his face or neck. I think he has some. Does he have some on his arms? No. Yeah. I don't guess he's got any tattoos. He's got two, like if he doesn't have a hat or his hair's not long, he's got like moles right here on his head. Dark blue envoy listed. Caitlin Speedbacks. 2 properties, 175 TC Lock Road, Dyersville, and 1477 Metrum Road with dark minivan. Blue envoy listed. Caitlin Speedbacks to Burnt Man Road up to truck ditch area on Burnt Mills Road. Why you say that? Do you know more? How do you know that? He wasn't of age to get the tattoo. Yeah, been in there a minute. Look at the picture of Austin and the black guy. There was a black Grand Cherokee. You're right. There wasn't there? Forgot about that. That's interesting. Let me see. I think this is it. Nope, that's not it. Let's see this one. One of them. This one. No. Well, hell, which one? What'd I do with it? I don't know. I'll look for that in a little bit, but I think you're right. There was a Grand Cherokee on that one in his pics. What was the reason for Matt wearing the ankle monitor? I don't know if it was actually Matt. It might have. I can't remember. I need to look at his background, but I think it might have been Austin. It could have been Austin. The Audi was in some woman's name. We had never heard of her before. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I have that on my phone somewhere, and I have the name. Where was that? Two seconds. Might be here. I forget her name. And now they are looking for this guy. Someone just wrote this a little bit ago. They said now they're looking for this guy. Hold on. How do I send? Okay, I need to send this. They're supposed to be looking for this guy now. This is interesting. Let me pull this up on my computer. Share. Look at this. In the comments, it says this right here. One second. Okay. Can y'all? Oh, I didn't share it. Sorry, guys. It says, I truly believe he's not in the stadium, or just my opinion. They won't find him. And Diane Hoffman says, and now they're looking for this guy. Does anybody know this? Anybody heard this? Now they're looking for this guy. Yes, in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, photos, any tats just might be newest. I've not heard this. I don't know. Might have done some time together, something like that. Have to see. Okay. If he's not gonna do this, then I'm gonna go ahead and end this, guys. Let me see if if that information come out. I know as soon as I end this, it's gonna break. And then I'm gonna have to come live again. I'm coming live back anyways in a minute with a new story. Well, not a new story, a story we've been working on. 2 seconds. Nick Barris on a comment. Yeah, okay. That's not Austin. I can't see what that somebody just sent me. Whoever just sent me that, I can't see it. Doesn't work. Yep, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. Okay. Boy, that's interesting. Oh, hold on. What? Burton Estags. Look for an announcement. Search for quad murder suspect shortly. Not in custody. And it's been shortly. Look. All comments. I know 2 helicopters been flying over the house. Now they aren't. Found his vehicle, though. Yeah, we know that. That's not a new update, though. Looks like the truck in the background. I wonder if this was found before it. Did they find him unalived? Oh, boy, that would be something. That would be something. It says not in custody. I wonder if they found him dead. What do y'all think? You think they found him dead? That would, I mean, would that be considered in custody? It says not in custody. Me too. I wanted to be alive. Who's making the announcement? Thank you. I would like to know. Has TBI said anything? Let me look at TBI. What is this? The Vice gangs are based out of Chicago. Yes, they are. Okay. All right, guys. I'll be back if anything happens before then. But if not, I will be back. We're going to be talking about Lily and Jack Sullivan about an hour from now. Okay? Dead would not be in custody, I believe. I agree. I agree. You guys are amazing human beings. I'm looking for the update. Okay. I'll be back if anything happens, if anything pops off. Promise. Perhaps CCTV? Could be. I wonder if they're going to name another suspect. That'd be cool too. If they do some, hopefully it's something good. All right, guys. I'll break it as soon as I find out. Love, loves. Bye-bye. I will. Bye-bye.